Hey Sonic, how you doing today? That's good to hear. Alright, so we are live, and I'm about to unmute you guys. Okay, I will. You're unmuted.
I think that the reason Ansel Elgort's career didn't take off more after Han Solo, Alden Ehrenreich's career is because right around
you said.
around that time, Ansel Elgort was also starting to have a bit of a moment in pop culture, and I think that two kind of monotone white boys with weird Nordic names that start with A and E respectively created a pop culture singularity that burned itself out by 2017.
Not gonna lie, maybe hot take. The Solo movie was really fun.
I didn't say it wasn't. I said he didn't. I said that he did not have the rise to mainstream stardom that you thought he probably should have had. And I said I think it's because at the same time Alden Ehrenreich was rising to prominence, Ansel Elgort was doing the same thing, and Hollywood just couldn't. If one of them was named Rick Stevenson, that wouldn't have been a problem.
Daniel,
as long as they're not named Rick Sanchez.
Closer to the microphone here. When you're done eating. Saying Daniel should come sit over here closer to the microphone when he's done eating.
Ben, remind me, do I pull the map up from images, correct?
Correct. Images. Town Main Street is, I believe, where we were.
It is Town Main Street.
All right. Where was I?
You are off the site because you went on your own little side adventure.
Oh my God, that's right. I was checking out the other guys. They were fighting. Well, let me check the notes section here because I'm sure that fucking Kayla wrote it down.
Meanwhile, I was grappling one of the Z guys. I recall that.
Yeah, you're in an old-fashioned Indiana Jones style brawl fist fight.
Yup.
Right.
Like wild 1970s Captain Kirk cross the nose haymakers. Also, on a scale of, you know what, Greg, do me a favor. Roll a. Oh, we don't have the. I'm gonna request the thing. Roll a d8 for you.
Roll a d8.
I know we can't do that on here. I'm gonna roll it on Google for you. Looks like you got a 3. That is the amount of ex-wives that Kanor Seajack currently has in the universe.
That's incredible.
I'm thinking Grunkle Stan energy.
Oh, so good. Yes.
All my exes live in Texas.
Oh, Jesus.
Space Texas.
Do they really though?
I'm pretty sure that's just Tatooine.
No, they all live in Florida, actually, but nothing
Also-
rhymes. Nothing rhymes with Florida.
Whore in the.
Wow.
The only thing that comes close is horrible.
So real quick, because of the fact that Ben mentioned like, oh, I'm just coming from like a long trip on Tatooine, and then somebody else mentioned ordering bantha ribs at the fucking saloon, and then some other allusion you made to Tatooine recently. It has meant that in my world building for this game, I have been forced to accept that for whatever reason, this planet and Tatooine have like a fairly thriving trade ecosystem.
Maybe they're in the same system.
Oh, they're in the same system. I just think it's really funny that like, because it's one of the only other planets in the outer rim, it's like, what? And it sort of works because if you think about it, because this planet's main geological feature is that it constantly sprays water out of the ground, and Tatooine is a desert.
Oh, good point. Maybe this planet outsources their
water,
ships the water to Tatooine.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just an odd world building thing of like, because it's the third time that somebody mentioned Tatooine as being like a relevant thing, it now means that in my canon, this planet has a surprisingly thriving trade ecosystem with Tatooine.
I'm gonna put those moisture farmers out of business.
Oh my god. We gotta put tariffs on the water imports. Keep our moisture farmers in business.
Make Tatooine great again.
Yeah.
Listen, these fucking Jawas are coming in here and taking good human scrapper jobs.
Some of them, I assume, are good Jawas.
The Tuskens, the Tuskens, they're raiders. I was here the other day. I said, man, I'd never seen so many raiders in here. Somebody said, I know, there's a lot of raiders here. They're bringing crime, corruption. They're weird bug people.
They're eating the little cats. They're eating the little wolves.
I am imagining.
Anyway.
They're eating the womp rats.
Oh, brother. No.
Right.
Oh my god.
All right.
So here we are in the street. Brawling.
Yeah. Brawling.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I love that because of what I had for dinner, Kayla, you decided to go out and get also cheese sticks. That's hilarious.
I had frozen ones in my freezer, so
You just already had them. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
That's
funny. Yeah. So previously, we were continuing on in the battle with the Outriders, a gang that is led by some sort of warlord local to the planet. The sheriff in town attempted, as he does, to talk things down peacefully, reassuring you that we can probably bluff our way out of this as long as no one does anything squirrely. And then the Empire was the Empire. And now the Outriders have made their way into town and are attempting to use their powered saws to cut through the armored barricades on these buildings, presumably in a raiding attempt. Pitter Patter stole one of the large... Think of the power saw that's used to cut concrete, if any of you have ever seen them.
Yep.
You now have one. I don't know what you're going to do with it, because it is bigger than you.
That's fine.
I want to be very clear.
The robot is also bigger than me. It's fine.
But you do unequivocally have it, and it is broken in such a way that it will not be hard for you to repair, including if you wanted to try and do it in combat. Like, you basically just jammed it. You didn't break it.
Mm-hmm. I'll
Uh,
consider fixing it in combat.
hey, do what you feel is best. There's a lot of options you have with this. Now, in the meantime, our own Cole Monteris snuck away from the battle because he noticed, like, there's a lot more guys that came into town and kind of hooked a left off the main street than are here. So where are they? And he noticed that a bunch of them have essentially set up a blockade or have set up a firing line essentially to try and get up the road that leads to the governor's manor house. And the Empire has formed a blockade preventing them from doing so. Curious indeed, especially because the prisoner, one of the native aliens of the planet who commented on Cole and Shar being something called a spark bearer, mentioned that he was trying to break into the governor's house upon arriving because the governor is the holder of a false spark, whatever that means. And I believe last time we ended on all of your collective turn, so I believe this time it's only fitting that that this takes the first step.
Okay.
Or the enemies get their turn to go first. So let me just see something. Da-da-da. Oh, fantastic. Great. Ooh.
Proud of myself. I remembered how to find the map.
Woohoo!
Great. I think the one in front of Pitter Patter is gonna reach down and attempt to pick you up.
He's got an awful surprise coming.
Honestly, that was the less offensive of the two things he could have picked up. If he had tried picking my saw, I would have been very upset. Picking me up, less offensive.
Yeah, it's like, bro, people pick me up all the time. That just comes with the territory. But my saw, though? So he is going to attempt to use athletics to, or I'm going to say it's physique, to just pick you up and just get you in basically an aerial rear naked choke. He's just going to try and choke you out.
I do not consent to choking.
Please roll me an opposed check of whatever you would like. You have to beat a 2.
Okay.
Ben, where can I find the notes that were placed on this this area?
The notes that were played.
Where you were keeping track of the situational aspects.
Yeah, that should be under player notes and then scene aspects.
There we go.
Wow.
Ooh. Okay, so hang on. What happens? Let's see. I gotta refresh my memory. What happens in a fight roll when he... Actually, no, he's trying to create an advantage here. So when you tie, he gets a boost instead of the situational aspect he was hoping for. So let's see. How do you get a boost on? What's up? Or you know what? No, fuck it. I'll say that he was just trying to... No, it's same thing. He still gains a boost. What? Well, the thing he wanted was to have you. Great. You know what? I'm gonna say. Fuck. I don't really know what boost you get here for like picking somebody up. Damn, Ben. Any idea?
What?
I said he gets a boost because he. Oh no! You know what? No, fuck it. He's gonna spend a fate point and get a +2.
Okay.
Okay.
Great. So you now have the negative aspect grappled, basically.
Okay.
So you're not really going to be able to move without triggering that. Yeah. So he gets a situational aspect with a free invocation. Sweet. Great. So your guys' turn. Pitter is now being lifted off the ground, most likely dropping your saw as this guy has grabbed, like, basically your all the way left upper arm and all the way bottom right leg, and just kind of holding you in air jail. You are in many aspects here just kind of like swinging at him, but his arms are longer than yours, so it's like I'm not really hitting much.
Yeah. I mean, it's all fun and games until I reach for my taser.
That's right.
Who wants to start the combat rotation for the good guys?
Well, I would kind of like to taser this guy in the face.
Anybody have an objection?
Nope.
Nope.
Do it.
Great.
Cool.
Reach for great. I'm guessing, yeah, that's just bite.
Okay. Oh, real quick though. It has been previously established that I do have a blaster. I could just shoot him in the face.
You
I've
could
also given
also
permission to kill these people.
great. You know what I will say, just for flavor, right?
Mm-hmm.
As he's holding you and you're gripping him like, and he's a pretty big guy. He's holding you. You suddenly see everything starts to get a little bit more saturated around you. Like the colors just sort of deepen.
Mm-hmm.
And you see a little peep of light flare up in front of you. And you see that everything sort of slows down and the colors start to become more saturated. The noises don't become louder, but they become individually more distinct. Like you can separate the layers of sensation, right?
Okay.
And you distinctly hear a coming from his arm that's currently grappling you. This man has a cybernetic arm, and you have one of those rare moments where, call it your special sense, your whatever you want to call it. They're a force within you. It's not going to give you an aspect against him, but this man does have an aspect that you can spend a fate point to invoke if you wish to create an advantage on him or manipulate it in some kind of way. But one of the arms holding you is a cybernetic arm.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So.
And then everything just back to normal, like it never happened. This is the same thing that happens when you're fixing starships, and you just have an invisible sense of exactly what's going on.
Okay. So my first thought was somebody turned off the sepia mode. And then my second thought when you mentioned the arm was that, am I about to have a Rocket Raccoon moment?
Do you want a Rocket Raccoon moment?
Kind of.
Listen,
like, what if I had an arm to handle my cool new saw?
Listen, whether or not that arm stays attached to his body is going to depend heavily on you.
Yeah.
I will say, anyone who's seen Star Wars, the characters aren't exactly known to get attached to their arms.
Yeah.
Fun very much intended, I'm sure.
Yeah, Kayla, in case you were aware, it's become basically a trope in Star Wars that in every fucking movie, someone gets their hand cut off.
Cool. We can try to make that every episode if we work really hard.
We work really hard.
Start it right now. Cool. So I guess I'm gonna spend the fate point so I can get the advantage so I can remove this man's arm.
Well, so first, just tell me what you want to do, and then you can use the fate points to augment it.
Okay.
Because you might succeed natively. You might not even need a fate.
Okay. Cool. So seeing as I currently have 8 limbs, and only 2 of them are bound, I'm going to get as many hands as possible on said robotic arm, and then I'd like to use my craft ability to loosen his hold enough on there so I can get a better grip on whatever is attaching the arm to his body,
Okay.
and then I'll do that so I can take the whole arm,
So you're just trying to rip the arm off his body.
basically.
So because this is a mechanical arm, the way that aspect works in this is you don't even need to invoke it necessarily with a fate point. You can use your craft ability in place of a fight roll.
Cool.
Because you're not trying to damage his arm, you're just manipulating it essentially as it's designed to be manipulated.
Mhm.
So you can roll craft as he's gonna roll his regular fight as a defense to you.
Mhm.
And remember, he does have a free invoke of your grappled ability,
Mhm.
but you also have fate points that you can use against him, and thus the game begins.
Okay. Let's go. See if we raccoon this.
So roll your.
Okay.
Come on.
I started with a 5.
That's pretty good. Hang on. Ignore that. It's doing the dumb glitch again that I hate. Okay, he is gonna. Ooh. I'm gonna say he's gonna try and re-roll. He's gonna use that aspect to re-roll on you.
Okay.
God fucking damn it! I hate this. I'm going to throw myself into the sea.
Don't do that.
What is happening? Are you like?
It's a thing. I pick up the dice and I go to move it, and then it just throws the dice.
Oh, it acts as if you let go of the click.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a lot.
Nope, didn't mean to do that. I forgot that double clicking sometimes makes it do the thing, and sometimes only single clicking makes it do it. Either way, he did not succeed. Yeah, meets it, beats it. And succeeding with style is 3 over, correct? Or is it 2 over?
I don't know, but I got a 5 to his 3, so
No, hang on. This is potentially important here.
okay.
Do you go? I'm trying to see what is the succeeding in style of this. So Ben, is it 2 over or 3 over?
3 over, right?
Succeeding with style is 3 or more.
Cool. Okay, so you just regular succeed.
Okay.
Now, here's what I can say, right?
Mhm.
If you just want him to take 2 stress actions and potentially or 2 shifts of damage and potentially drop you, that's fine. We can do that. I will also because it's a what is it? Because this is the same thing. If you want, I'll let you decide to make this and overcome or what do you call it? Is it create an advantage or overcome? No, I will let you. What do you call it? I will let you choose to make this a create an advantage by basically forcing him to just. You're gonna pop the arm off his body, but at the moment you're just gonna break it basically. But he has used the invoke of your grappled, so he's not gonna be able to like get a solid hold on you. You're basically gonna gunk up his shit.
Okay. I'm fine with breaking it as long as I get it off of him because I can always fix it later.
Well, at the moment, I'm saying it's not going to remove itself from his body unless you cause him another stress box. So you'd have to attack him again, and if you attack him another time and use up his stress boxes, then it'll fall off.
Okay.
So I'm going to say at the moment, you basically kick your foot to the side and just hit one of the hidden servos in his elbow, as you hear a clang, and his hand just reflexively springs open and releases you. As he's still holding you by one of the wrists, but his arm is kind of bending the wrong way with like what the hell'd you do to me?
I kind of swing around so I'm facing him now, and I give a big smile. You see all of my tiny pointed teeth, and I'm like, I'm gonna take that arm.
We are gonna move to. I'm gonna say it's gonna be the one attacking Kazron at the moment. If I'm not mistaken, weren't they the one that was I remember there's a guy on the ground that is down at the moment, and Shar was trying to negotiate for their safe release, basically. Am I correct?
I believe so.
Daniel?
Daniel has gotten up for a moment.
He's grabbing his food. What's up? I heard my name.
I said over by Kazron, there was a guy that was on the ground that had been shot by the sheriff, and I remember you were trying to negotiate with the one that's attacking Kazron for basically, hey, stand down for a sec so I can go help your buddy.
Yeah, basically, I'm trying to get him to get his friend to a hospital.
Why would he want to do that?
Because I don't want any of these guys to die.
No, why would his friend go?
Because
I mean, yeah, that's I gotta convince him that his friend's life is more important than killing us.
Mm-hmm. I think he is going to take that power saw he's holding, and he is going to attempt to just swing it at Kazron and cut you in half. So, Kazron, please roll an opposed fight roll. Kazron, please roll in a post-fight roll.
Uh-huh. I'm in the middle of a Star Wars game. I grabbed something to snack. Huh? No, please don't do that to me tonight. It's been a really bad day. Sorry about that. I was just grabbing something from the other room. What's up?
I said make an opposed fight roll to be not cut in half with a chainsaw.
Yep, no, I get cut in half with a chainsaw.
Please take 2 shifts of damage. Do you already have, let me look at your character sheet real quick.
Yes, I do.
Oh, you already have your 2 slot taken, so you are gonna take a minor consequence.
Do you not have a 3 slot?
Nope.
Not
Apparently
everybody
not.
does.
Nope, he did not take physique.
Oh, yikes.
I didn't know any better.
That's all right. At the end of each session, or on a minor milestone, which is usually at the end of each session, you gain what's the thing?
This is very much going to be a milestone at the end of the session. I'm telling you right now, this battle is a big deal.
Oh, a significant or a major?
I would say it's significant.
Okay.
It's not a huge deal, but it's like...
Yeah, we got a significant milestone at the end of the first mission we did, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to say... let's see. What's a minor consequence for you? I'm going to say gash down the arm.
That's fine. I'll add to the scars.
You might have to go see the doc later.
That's fine.
Great. Who do you guys want to go next?
Probably Shar. Shar is the closest one to assisting Kazron.
Where is Shar even on the map? Oh, there he is.
Right there.
Yeah.
So, like, Shar is trying to help these two dudes not die, but the other guy's making it really hard by trying to kill Kazron, so I feel like Shar would jump into action at that point.
I would.
Go fucking get him, Shar!
But if the initiative order we're doing, it's Kayla who decides, right?
Oh,
Wait, is Kayla who decides? Oh, because Kayla was the last person to go?
Correct.
Last one supposed to go, yeah.
Oh, okay, right.
I'm fine with that. Go ahead, Shar. Do your thing.
Look, please, stow your weapon. Your friend is injured. We just... Truce. So you get your man to a hospital, I get mine to the hospital.
Is this a diplomacy check or a spicy diplomacy check?
I think I would... let's see. Considering I took all force powers and no regular I don't have regular rapport now because I put all of my points into good force powers.
Yes.
So I think it's going to be force control.
Okay. Let's see. So you are trying to... I'm going to say this is overcoming an obstacle.
Well, yeah, but which force power? Control is yourself, alter is other people.
Yeah, so I'll give it a force alter.
Yeah. So let's see. I'm going to say this is an active opposition to you because he's really not a fan of this idea. So I'm going to say, you know what? You're going to go against his will. Is 0. Great. So how do you word this?
Your friend is injured. You need to get him to a medical facility. Put down the weapon.
Great. He looks at you, Kazron, as you see like a kind of haze go over his eyes, and he says, "I got time for this." And he throws the saw down. And he goes, "I got time for you." He goes, "You're lucky my friend is injured. I gotta get him to a hospital." As he's gonna run over, you have successfully, unless Kazron wants to like shoot him in the back or attack him, you have removed him from combat.
Nice.
No, I don't want to shoot him in the back.
Great. He's gonna grab the guy.
Not today.
He grabs the guy under the armpits and pulls these two towards one of the speeder bikes that are around, and just starts sailing out of town.
Nice.
Now I'm gonna ask for Cole. I have something I'd like to ask of you.
Me?
Yes. There is something about to happen. You're going to see it no matter what. You can choose. You're going to see it no matter what. You can choose whether or not you want to roll notice or basically a force sensibility. You will receive different. If you're going to have to pass the same DC for it, but you will receive different information depending on what you do.
I'm
So
definitely going to do.
Are you? So you're going
I'm
to do.
definitely going to do force sense. That's
Okay.
my much better skill.
Okay.
So you want me to roll that now?
I would like you to roll it now. I would like you to get above a 2.
I got 4.
Okay.
Will I get anything dope for succeeding with style? Because I can throw a fate point on this.
You know what?
And this is literally... I will invoke my trouble aspect of too curious for my own good to succeed with style on this shit. If it'll
I'll give you I'll give you one of the pieces of information that you would have gotten with a mundane notice. I'm not going to tell you the whole thing, but I'll give you a little spice.
Okay, I will do that. So I'm going to spend my second fate point, and I got a 6.
Okay. So there's a lot of blaster fire coming around, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of blaster fire, smoke getting kicked up. It's hard for you to make out the exact details of what's happening here, right? In terms of that, like not hearing or seeing the kind of specifics of what's going on. You hear, however, one of these outriders yell, "Get the pulsar," or "Send in the pulsar."
Okay.
Uh,
I don't assume I know what that is.
you do not. I mean, it's a thing that pulses.
Presumably, yeah.
It doesn't sound good.
You see I mentioned a small, not quite an ATST. Wait, is ATST the small one? The two-legged one? It's not quite that. It's actually a smaller version still. This one is actually, it's on 4 legs. Picture 2 very powerful front legs supporting the front. Like how a gorilla walks, where it's got 2 legs up front and then 2 smaller legs in back that it kind of uses more for speed and stability, right?
Is this like the
It's
AT?
like
Is this like the ATDP from Star Wars Rebels, which looks like this?
I don't recognize that nomenclature, but
Like this one, like the small one.
it looks to be a similar model. It's like a 1 to 2 person walker, but it is open at the top.
Okay, yeah, this one is two person, the one that I just posted here, or maybe it's more like it
does have 4 legs though, so it's much lower to the ground.
Oh, okay, it's got 4 legs.
I said it's got 2 big overarching legs up front that are more for like maneuvering it around, and then 2 legs in back that are smaller but appear to be its propellant. So picture like how a gorilla walks.
Okay.
But the point is, it's a smaller Imperial walker.
Interesting. Right? Okay.
Yeah, it's firing. Suddenly.
And this is on the Stormtrooper side, right?
That is on the Stormtrooper side, yes. And that's what's firing at the Outriders, and they've put up basically. Picture they've parked their speeders sideways, and there's a light shield that comes up from the side of it that they can use as cover, right? Think very much in the sci-fi version of like a gangster parking their car sideways and then hiding behind it.
Sure.
So they yell, "Send in the pulsar." You kind of feel something brushing your feet as you look down, and you see that like there's, just trash, sand, the detritus of a city or a town kind of start to blow past you, even though the wind was moving the other way. Everything for you goes quiet, right? Everything for you goes quiet, and then suddenly you feel deep in the primal, like, back part of your brain. It cuts through all of your training. It cuts through everything. It is the animal impulse of, there is something very big and very angry, and I need to leave. As you feel on another level of your connection to the Force, right? Something is wrong. Something is deeply, deeply, fundamentally wrong. You feel as quiet as everything just got. It is a split that much of a second of fire and agony. It feels like a scream cutting through the force. Okay? As you hear the front armor on the front of the walker, like on the legs, is torn completely off. One of the legs rips out from under it as it goes cascading over, and several stormtroopers are flung through the air. Someone just used, and you know this for a fact, someone just used the Force. And someone used the dark side of the Force. But there was nothing else there. There was rage and hate and the lashing out like a wild animal, where it's not a person who has turned to the dark side to avenge a fallen lover, where there's still happiness and care there. There's, what do you have sent? Yeah, that, yeah, but like, it is not the rage of a, like I said, someone who's avenging a fallen lover where they still have the memories of that happiness. It is not a soldier in the heat of battle where they have that passion kind of pumping through them. It is a iron spike through your heart that is just rage. The pulse goes off. It rips the front armor off the front of the walker. It sends the troopers scattering. And the battle commences, but the Outriders are beginning to advance.
How the hell do these fucking bandits have something this powerful? I need to get closer.
You're gonna get closer?
I'm gonna try to make my way closer to that street so I can see whatever thing they referred to as the pulsar, so I can like see where it is.
Okay, so do you want to be in stealth to do that?
I'll try. I have a 0 to it.
Are you okay with him going next, or do you want someone else to go?
I mean, this seems important. Does anybody else have something that they would want to do first?
Nope, not me.
Yeah, so let him go.
Great. So Ben, roll stealth. It's going to be overcoming a passive of. I'm going to say it's actually going to be a passive of 3 because they're looking for people who are like coming up to ambush them.
Oh, there's no way.
You got this.
No.
No, you don't.
You walk out into the middle of it.
I am going heedless of danger. I run basically like straight into like not into the middle of the street, but like out of the alleyway that I was kind of like running down and like into the main thoroughfare of this like
where you want to be. Are you walking out on the side of the stormtroopers or the Outriders?
The Outriders. I'm trying to get a look at what this pulsar is.
That happened in the middle of them, so you'd see it from either end. It's just, which side do you want to be facing, basically?
Oh, I figured I was coming perpendicular to them.
Just to let you know,
in the
if
middle.
You suddenly appear behind enemy lines of the stormtroopers, they're probably not going to shoot you. These guys will.
Right. Yeah. So I feel like assuming like this street is like the same setup where like the stormtroopers are on this side and the bad guys are on this side.
Pretty much.
Probably be like in the middle, kind of like
coming
out, kind of like visible from the alley, but not like in the middle of the street.
Okay.
But like not behind cover or anything, just kind of like off to the side, just to try to get a good look at what's going on.
Fair enough. I should also say, no, you know what? No, I'm going to lock you into this. I'm going to lock you into this course of action. Yeah, you're just walking out. Like, I think it's honestly, it's not even like a feckless, like, it's not like Donnie Yen in Rogue One where you're just walking out heedless of danger. I think this is you're so in awe of what happened, your feet are kind of carrying you before you have a chance to realize where you're going.
Right. So, like, I'm not running out into the middle of the street, like, amongst the blaster fire. I'm still off to the side, but I'm not behind cover. I'm fully visible to the enemies.
Sure.
Feckless mean without
Yeah, no facts. No facts given.
No facts given, boy. Feck you motherfucker.
Hell yeah.
You fucking asshole bastard.
Okay.
Ball,
You know what?
baby boy.
One of them is gonna see you. I'm gonna. One of them is gonna see you like walking out there. Trains a blaster on you. And is gonna start yelling at you like get back, get back, get back if you know what's good for you. You don't want any part of this.
Point his blaster at me?
No, sorry, at Cole.
Oh.
And me.
Yeah, just get back if you know what's good for you. You don't want no part of what's going on.
No. Easy, kitty.
He has chosen me.
Yeah,
Stop.
he's telling you you don't want to know. Oh, look at that,
Baby.
Mhm.
Archie. Look that way. There he is.
Indeed, there's cat.
Man, if I had a nickel for every time this week Ben's gonna be getting cuddled by something orange and furry, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't
my
a lot. But it's weird that it happened twice.
Right?
Well, it's happened a lot more than twice, but 2 different animals, I guess.
What are they?
I
Loki.
didn't know.
We're gonna be.
Loki's not orange.
He's partly orange. He's orange and white, same as Archibald.
Where's he orange?
On his top.
Most
The
of him.
brown is like orangey brown.
Oh.
Oh.
Also, Ben, did you hear what I said?
No.
I said I didn't know Ryan dyed their hair back.
Oh.
Wow.
Anyway.
Yeah, but yeah, he's pointing a blaster at you. Says you don't want no part of this. Tells you just walk away, old man. You're about to make the biggest mistake of your life.
This is one of the enemies?
Yeah, correct.
Okay, so one of the bandits.
Yeah,
I
he's
kind of
telling you, just walk away, old man. You're about to make the biggest mistake of your life.
I kind of put my hands up, one of them holding my staff, and what would I say to this guy? Well, first I'd burp in his face, and then I'd probably say like based on whatever that was, I think y'all are the ones making the mistake. Whatever that was is dangerous, not just for us, but for you as well. You can't feel it?
Great. He's looking at you. Flicks his eyes up, looks at you, smiles, and goes, "Oh yeah." And he chuckles and he goes, "Oh, I think he thinks what I'm feeling right now is exactly right." Cocks the thing at you and he goes, "Why don't you hand over the fancy?" "Why don't you hand over that fancy stick, and I'll let you walk away with all your limbs attached." Like I said, you don't want any part of what's going on over here.
Can I attack him with the staff?
You can do whatever you want. You hear somebody in the background, like one of his guys who hasn't noticed a disturbance yet, curse, and say, basically, we gotta shit it off. We gotta shit it off the pot soon. Bright Eyes is telling us we gotta move.
Bright
Or-
Eyes.
Sorry, he says Bright Eyes is telling us our window is closing.
Okay. I want to whack this guy with my stick.
You wish to hit him with your whooping stick. Excellent.
Yeah,
please roll an opposed fight roll.
nice. Well, my Kyber staff, as long as I'm in contact with it, I can use sense to attack and defend.
Ooh, love that for you.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, you fucker.
Hate that for you.
Yeah, I have bad dice luck with these fucking fate games.
Do you want to use an aspect?
I only have the one left.
The one fate point?
Yep.
If there were a time to use it, bud.
I need to re-roll. God, he got a
I
plus
will
one.
tell you, that was my not so subtle way of giving you guys the hint. Hey, the combat's kind of wrapping up. Feel free to go Nova if you're holding out for resources.
No, I've been using them.
No, I'm just explaining my method of
well, since I'm using the force to attack, I will invoke my high concept that I am a hermetic nomad force acolyte. So I will use my last fate point for a reroll.
Okay, hit me.
There we go. I got one.
Hell, yes.
I beat him by one.
You beat him by one, so you give him a good old boom. As you swing the staff, your hands sliding along. Is it metal or wood?
It's probably wood.
Up to you. It can be made of. It can be made of either.
Yeah, I think it's weirdly made of wood.
Okay, great. I mean, just it's not even so much that it is lacquered, right? It's your master carried this thing for so many. You never got a straight answer as to how old they were, even. But it's just the same katas and movements over so many centuries, smoothing it more than any lacquer or sandpaper could have done. As you feel your hands move against it, the entire world deepens and enriches the same way that I described for Pitter Patter. As you basically spot the exact here's the point in their grip. I can feel the blood rushing through their body. I can feel you sense where the electricity is crackling in their nervous system. Exactly where to boom, the head of the staff hits into their wrist. It swings their arm to the side. As they stumble backwards in kind of shock because this old man, pretty much from an outside perspective, twitch movement, in less than a split second, went from a helpless old man to a warrior monk at the top of his game. And I think they are gonna. Is it them next or you guys again?
I think it's them, right? I just went.
Yeah, so it's gonna be them. Great. I'm gonna say it's the guy who is supporting Pitter Patter is going to attempt to, using the one hand that is still holding you, basically just puny god you again. I think that's what's going down here.
What?
Puny god.
Like from
the Avengers.
The Avengers when Hulk smashed,
it is where you're holding somebody by one limb and you just basically ragdoll them and just beat the brakes off of Mother Earth with their body.
Oh. Poor Pitter Patter.
Roll an opposed fight roll, or whatever else you can basically justify using.
Okay.
Yes, that is a puny god.
I think I'd like to try using my athletics to kind of whip around and latch onto his arm. So I'm just stuck to him and he can't actually hit me on the ground.
So it's as he's waving his arm, you're basically just want to spider monkey around his wrist.
Yeah.
Hell yes. Yeah, absolutely. He is, as you, one arm still being held, just swing up around 7 other limbs now latching onto him. It is just oh, you think you're grappling me? Well, I'm grappling you! It's the most one-sided jiu-jitsu match ever. It's just shaking you back and forth. Just, get out from me, as this very quickly turns into a mechanical bull ride for you.
That's Pitter Patter's favorite kind of bull ride.
Agreed.
Sure enough, those of you in the field right now, similarly hear these guys in the other end start shouting like, "Hey, it's like, hey, they said wrap it up." And it's like, "Oh man, we didn't even get nothing yet." He said, "It doesn't matter. Bright Eye said we gotta move." So it's like, Bright Eye said we gotta get on the move. So move. As you see, the two guys at the very end, including, actually, I think the only one who probably heard that without a notice check would be Kanor Seajack.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you hear the guy number 3 just yell to the one who fighting you, like, "Wrap it up quick. Bright Eye says we gotta get on the move." As he's like, basically says he's gonna lay out, this piece of trash before we go. And then on the next round, he's gonna move in on you. Ben, who do you want to go next? As I will note, number 3 is attempting to. That was basically it. Is that number 3 also is gonna like start moving out and away,
Running away?
Yeah, he's gonna like start going over and getting the speeders fired up.
All right. Well, Kanor's the closest. Let's let him go and see if he could grab a couple of these guys before they get away.
Well, I'm already grappled with number 4.
Hell yeah.
So,
See if you could take him down before he gets away.
Are we standing up?
Yes. I think anything else would have prompted a negative aspect. So you're just. It's basically like he's got you in a headlock, but you've got his ribs. Like it's just like a barroom brawl.
All right. Well, I've been in worse scrapes. Can I wriggle out from his grip?
Yeah, you're not like officially grappled. Like you have an does one of you have an aspect that you are officially grappling the other? Because otherwise, it's just kind of narration. Do you have a flaw or a consequence that says you are grappled?
Do I have a consequence that says I'm grappled? No.
Okay, hell yeah. Then yeah, you can easily just like push away from his grip. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna push away from his. grip and say, "Listen, partner, we can be beating each other up all day long, 'cause it's a lot of fun. But your feller said you're getting out of town. Where are you going?"
Wouldn't you like to know? And I ain't your partner, buddy.
Well, I ain't your buddy, pal.
I ain't your pal, friend.
I ain't your friend,
buddy.
mister.
Well, I ain't your. Well, I ain't a mister. No, wait, shit. You tricked me. Fuck you.
Oh my god.
Not another one of you playing them damn tricks on my brain.
All right. Well, I'm gonna try to plant one more left hook on his cheek,
yeah.
and
I know he's not giving anything as far as like where they're going.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to know where we're going? Your mother's house.
Well, I know where you're going. About 5 feet down. Let's see.
I'm gonna say if you succeed on this opposed fight roll, then I will let him comically look down so you can like Muay Thai him in the chin. Or like punch him or like uppercut him of like 5 feet down. What's 5 feet down? So
that's how tall the guy is.
It's gonna be an opposed fight roll. I guess we now have confirmation this is a short king.
So 44 fate dice plus 3?
If that's your fight score, yes.
Okay.
Ooh. So you do not beat him. You gain a boost on him. So basically, the next time you're in combat with him, you'll be able to have like, you'll be able to have a like invocable +2 for like a small temporary thing. Like it won't last until the next time you meet, but for the duration of this combat, you could like You could like rake him across the eyes and kind of blind him real quick, or like trip him or something like that. It's not going to cause him damage, but it's like a little benefit that you can exude on him. Or if you have a fate point, you can bump yourself above him and just straight up hit him.
Yeah, let's do that. I do have a fate point. Where are my fate points?
What is the justification you would like to use as to why you are a better barroom brawler than this man?
Because I've probably done it more than him. I was brawling in barrooms while this guy was still sucking on his mother's titties.
Wow.
So it's just you're thinking like, listen, you might be I mean, he's got a well-trained, so it's like you're a warlord and a soldier and all that stuff. And in a firefight, or it's in a firefight or a knife fight, this guy's kicking your ass 8 ways from Sunday.
Oh yeah.
But this ain't a clean fight.
No.
And out here in the shit, that's my house, bitch.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you add the +2 as you just cock back and just deliver. It's like just a wham of a right hook across the nose, and it sends him just spinning like again the comical 1970s oversell just spins his entire body through the air.
Yeah.
As he lands, blood streaming down his face, and blows a bloody snot bubble. This. As he looks at you and he goes, "You ain't seen the last of me, old man."
I ain't even seen the first of him yet.
As he is gonna also limp off to go join some of his buddies. So they are starting to, they're starting to make their way out of town.
I'm getting too old for this shit.
Pretty much the only one left directly engaging an enemy is Pitter Patter. But pick someone who has not gone the initiative yet. So that would be Shar, I believe, right? Or yeah, Shar Kazaron.
Char went.
Yeah, it's just
in this round. Yeah. So I guess what does Kazaron do?
They're running away.
Yeah, the one that was fighting you got Jedi mind tricked into running away.
Yeah.
Debatably whether or not you would actually know if that's what happened. Just for funsies, Daniel, do you happen to remember what you rolled on that?
I don't have to remember. It's in the chat. It's the last thing I rolled.
Let's see.
+2.
I think the way I did it before is I had him roll a Force Sense with that as the DC to see if he could tell if the Force was being used. And it was really funny because he just straight up still doesn't know. So I'll let you decide if you wish to identify that, but at the moment, all you know is that, because you can't even hear it, all you know is that people are inexplicably just running away from the battle that they were kind of winning.
I'm bleeding.
Yeah, you're bleeding. It's not severe. Let me be clear. The wound that you have is a rub some dirt on it, drink some whiskey, you'll be fine by morning. Actually, you'll be fine by like the end of the hour.
Mm-hmm.
One side effect of wearing billowy black robes is that your silhouette and where your body actually begins is very hard to identify.
Yeah. I'm fine. So other than taking one of these fuckers alive to figure out who the hell they are, I'm kind of pissed.
I mean, listen, they're all running away, except you do see one guy currently fighting Pitter Patter in a pitch battle.
Yeah. So I'm gonna want to not that I want to help Pitter Patter. I want to make sure that these assholes suffer a little bit. Because again,
Okay.
I'm pissed.
Okay.
No offense, Pitter Patter. It's just who I am.
Okay.
It's like I'm not out. I don't like going out of my way to like help people and shit. But this aligns with what I want to do anyway, so helping you is just a byproduct
Just
of it.
because I'm helping you doesn't mean I like you.
Yeah, basically.
Fucker.
Basically. I don't necessarily want to be friends.
Daniel just said that.
All right.
I made the same joke that Luke made, and he didn't love or appreciate me when I
We
said it.
didn't hear you make it.
What?
We didn't hear him make the joke.
Yeah, because I told him to move over here next to the
I'm comfy.
microphone this whole time, and he never moved. So
Why don't you move the microphone closer to where I'm comfy?
So,
Did you consider that?
no.
what
would I?
describe
No,
exactly what's going on with Pitapat?
There's
Being held up in the air?
Yeah. Like I'm suspended in the air as the guy tried to like fling me into the ground, but then I kind of just like clung to his arm.
Picture basically Pitter Patter is full like. Imagine like I grab you in a wrist lock, and you just throw your entire body to straddle and sloth grip my arm, and then I'm just waving my arm around trying to shake you off while you're having the time of your life.
It's like one of those amusement park rides. Whee!
Man, this one doesn't have a height requirement.
Ah.
I think Pitter Patter.
Wow.
I think Pitter Patter thinks it's kind of bullshit because if I had to get choked out, it had to be with like the boring meat arm, not even the cool robot one. Like this is some bullshit. Okay.
So, I'm going to go up and fight. Just because with everything that's going around, I don't think that I'd be able to really use my force abilities without being noticed. And I've already made run amok with my force abilities in the past 48 hours, so I'm kind of like a little wary of using them right at the moment. So I'm assuming that I can get close enough to like punch and like or knock this fucker off balance. Like do a leg sweep.
Yeah.
Okay. So I get up right up close and personal.
Now I want to be clear. Are you trying to attack him, like damage him and fight him?
No, I
Or
just
are you
want to.
trying
I
to-
just really want. I want to take him down to the ground. Like,
Okay, so I'm gonna say you want to create an advantage on him.
yes.
I'm gonna say it's a static difficulty. Roll me a. He's got pretty good footing and he's a big guy. Roll me above a 3.
Using what? Fight or
What do you want to use? Probably fight. I will say that's like
Yeah.
the standard skill.
yeah. I do want to use fight.
Okay.
What was the number I had to beat again?
3. So
Okay.
you succeed.
Okay.
So you drop to the ground, leg sweep him, pitter patter. You suddenly just feel your world turning, I guess, right side up because he was holding you with the end of his arm horizontally, and now he's facing back towards the ground. So I guess you feel your world recovering.
Beautiful.
Everything is right side up again.
He is now going to have the boost on him of basically he's on the ground. He's not grappled or anything, but he has been knocked down. What you want to do? I said so. That's what you're doing. Is you're knocking him down?
Yeah.
All right.
Knocking him down.
Guess. Great. He is gonna try to. Oh God. I think it's gonna be the guy at the end of the street who just got punched out by Kanor. He's gonna see this and attempt to back up his boy. He's gonna take a shot at you.
Wouldn't be the first time this game.
Roll me whatever you want to use to try and avoid that.
Using the force to deflect that.
Ooh, so you want to like curve the blaster shot in midair.
Uh-huh.
All right, do it.
That would be control, right? Or alter?
Yeah. I believe that's alter because it's external. I really
Yeah.
do one of these days when I change them to like force sense, force internal, and force external.
Ruh-roh!
Nope.
Oh,
Nope. Take the blaster
It-
shot.
Play on -1, 0, 1. Ooh, that's 3. I'm sorry. He succeeds with style.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. That's so.
It's from the loss of blood, guys. It's from the loss of blood.
Mark off. So you've just taken 3 shifts of damage. That means you're now going to take another consequence.
That's fine.
That's his major consequence, right, Ben?
No, there's mild and then significant. Or mild, something.
Medium and hot.
Right. This is not your Diablo consequence yet. I think maybe his Verde consequence. Hold on, let me check.
I got you. Wait.
Here we go. Stress consequences.
Oh, it's 3. 1 is mild, 1 is moderate, 1 is severe.
Yeah, moderate.
So you're going to take your moderate consequence.
That's fine.
Pretty easy one to quantify here.
I took a blaster bolt to the chest. Pretty sure that's how that works.
Blaster shot to chest.
Yeah.
Easy one. Now I will remind you, for a fee, Doc Smiley is capable of removing minor consequences.
But not this one. But not
No.
moderate.
No, I said moderate.
Okay.
If you pay him money, that's easier. Oh fuck yeah! I'm on $80 at bingo.
Nice.
Holiday.
Showing them old ladies who's boss.
Okay.
But yeah, so yes, you get blasted
Rip.
off your feet, you land on the ground. There is a smoking hole. Where it appears to all watching who do not know about the supernatural that your dumbass just tried to catch a bullet.
Uh-huh.
Peter watches this from a few feet away. Ooh,
Because
a
a man pulled a gun, you held your hands out in front of you, and the shot went through your hands and hit you in the chest. And it's like, damn, I don't know what he was trying there, but it didn't fucking work. Yeah, at the moment, you were just unfortunately not in touch with the dark side enough to.
I wasn't in touch with shit at the moment.
I was in touch. I don't know. You feel pretty in touch with the ground at the moment.
Well, yes, 100%.
So, let's see here. Oh, and then also the minor boost on you. Obviously, you're knocked down.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm getting
So
back up
now
quickly.
so now you and this other guy are both on your backs on the floor. I guess whoever the last person went was Kazron's top of the round. Who do you want to go?
So everybody's fair game?
Everyone's fair game on your side.
I want to have go because in most danger at the moment.
All right, so Pitter Pat, I believe that's you.
Okay. So I swing off of the flesh arm I am holding onto and want to land on the arm that I want to remove from his body and let that be like to hit the exact point that would disconnect it from him so I can take that. Um so I suppose a new craft roll.
That would be a new craft roll to overcome an obstacle. I'm gonna say you're trying to remove it from his body. That's a 3. I haven't looked at what you rolled yet. Oh fuck yeah!
Mm-hmm.
Great. You land. You hit like the manual release mechanism that's there for him to like take it off at night, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And you feel it disengage from his arm.
I pick it up, sling it over my shoulder, and then like take a step closer to Kazran and look down at him and was like, "You alive still?"
I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
Okay, good. And just like pat pat. Oh, and I guess I just peek over my shoulder at that one guy still on the ground and I was like, "Told you I was taking this. Mine now."
Great. He what do you call it? He goes to like grab up at you. This guy over here pulls the speeder up next to him and picks him up off the ground. And he's like, "Come on, it's like, Brad, I said we gotta go. It's just, she's got my." And it's like, "It don't matter." It's like, "It don't matter when the boss says we go." It's like, "But she's got my go around arm." It's like, "Do you want to answer to him?" Shit. Get in the speeder as the three of them. What's up?
So they have a Wookiee with them?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Cookie, no.
Wow.
And right there by the trails. Wow.
Pitter patter, it is your turn. This is pretty much the last round you're going to be able to do shit before these guys retreat.
Is there
So
more
who do you
I
want?
can
No,
do?
so I'm saying no. So I'm saying, who do you want to nominate?
I see. In that case, let's do Kanor.
Hello.
Hey.
Yeah, you are seeing the speeder in front of you, like hook a Yui, and is just trying to like speed away from town. Remember also that your good friend Cole is also in a firefight.
Oh,
He's
okay.
somewhere. He walked away.
Well, you guys all saw him walk away. I just meant more for like when you're nominating who's going to go next.
Yes.
Let's see. I'm gonna hold because I don't really have a guy in front of me.
Yeah, you do. You have a speeder bike full of them that is like within your reach if you have a gun and want to shoot them. But
Nah. No, they're gonna get away. There's nothing to be gained by shooting them as they're on the retreat.
okay.
So who else is in trouble though?
At the moment, everything's kind of calmed down. Oh, that one dude is your friend Kazron is straight up dying.
I
Oh,
don't know
okay.
about dying, but I'm badly wounded.
Yeah, it's probably cauterized. It was a blaster.
Right.
Still a hole in you, though.
I'll run up over and see if there's any way I can aid and offer assistance.
Do you have the medicine skill?
No.
You can roll it if you want.
I don't believe there is a medicine skill.
Is there not a medicine skill?
No.
I could have sworn.
You know, we can add one if you want one.
Tell you what, roll. In the past, I've used craft.
Okay.
So roll craft if you would like.
Does that mean I'm technically also a good medic?
No, it's not super relevant to like what you would be doing. You could still roll it for that, but I wouldn't let you get your full bonus for it unless you're repairing a robot.
Okay.
Well, I didn't make it any worse.
I'm not gonna say it's not gonna do it, bud. You pretty much put your hands on the wound, and it's like, is that doing anything for you? Kazron, is Kanon like kind of flirt. I mean, you don't think so, but like, maybe, you know.
Oh my God.
I think I'm just laying there dying.
You're sitting there. It's like,
Why are you touching me?
feared assassin, apprentice Lord of the Sith, shot in the chest by some backwater hillbilly.
Yeah, Kazran's having a bad day.
It's low key like, is this where I die? I think it might. It's like,
Please don't let this be how I die.
No, I was gonna say, it's like, is this where I die? I'm kind of good with that at the moment. Doesn't sound too bad.
It could be worse.
Fuck it. I'm clearly not doing much else with my life. But yeah, so. Great. I'm gonna say really the only option is Cole over there.
Okay.
I mean, unless so I'll say this: you guys at this moment notice he's gone. I'll say Shar is probably the first one to notice. Like the boy just ain't here.
Do you am I still in combat with the dude that I'm with here?
That is correct. Yes. So yeah, take your move, as I'm gonna make an executive decision to put the camera on you real quick.
Okay. So, how does he look now after bonking him?
A little dazed. He's mostly just like he's taking a step back because he's really like, who the fuck am I fighting? Like I said, he's really off put by like, you went from random older guy who wandered in the middle of a fight, like, oh, is this fucking townie, to like, oh, you like everything about your stance and position has completely shifted. It's like a, who the fuck am I fighting?
Can I use the force very like kind of like what is it? Can I use the force while I swing my staff to like trip him? Basically, like I'm gonna swing the staff as if I'm gonna trip him, but I'm not very good at that. So I want to actually use alter in order to pull him off his feet.
Yeah, 100%. You can. You're just gonna force pull one of his legs, basically.
Yeah, flip him over.
Hell yeah! It's gonna be an opposed fight roll.
Would he roll fight or would he roll will to stop himself from moving?
No, because it's resisting a physical sensation.
And that would be fight?
In this instance, to not get too philosophical, I'm going to rule it as a fight for now, because he's trying to like keep his footing when something is trying to knock him off.
Okay, so I'm going
from his point of view, this is a normal martial arts thing. So you're trying to basically, you're trying to create the advantage of like knocking him over.
Yeah.
Cool, you succeeded.
Sweet, I knock him on his butt, and then I want to. So do I see the thing that's they called the pulsar or whatever?
Roll me notice.
Okay.
Or you know what? No, because the thing is already gone. Make it investigation.
Oh, okay. That's the same roll, so I got a 1.
You got a 1. So I thought you said a 9. I was like, God damn, Sherlock.
No, I got a 1 because my notice and investigator both 0.
You don't see any equipment. There's no equipment that could have made a seismic pulse that big, nor is there any explosion residue suggesting it was a bomb. One of these people used the force.
Okay.
That's what I will tell you with that roll, is that one of these people, there's no other conceivable thing. It's not like, oh, they had a bomb or a machine or something. This is someone stepped up, used a massive force push, and then retreated back behind our lines. So that is what you can. You can't know like which of these guys is the pulsar, but it was one of these people.
Okay.
Yeah. So you've tripped him. He now has, or you now have the boost on him. This bitch knocked over. Ass to grass.
Yeah, if that's the case, I'm gonna start running away.
Oh, you're just gonna retreat?
Yeah. I want to retreat. Do I see any of them getting closer to the main, like,
No, they're yelling. They're yelling basically the same thing as like Bright Eyes told us to hit. Like Bright Eyes told us this shit is going pear shaped. We gotta hit the road.
Okay.
You hear someone just like, as you hear someone just like, it's like we just got through. It's like us. It's like orders are orders. It's like do you want to argue with him? It's like, damn it, and makes a just like begins to make the retreat into the speeders. The Empire, unaware of what's happened, begins cheering because like hell yeah, we chased him away with our busted ass, broke ass, bum ass walker.
Right. Okay. So yeah, definitely. Like they didn't get whatever they wanted from the governor.
This was a fail. This was a failure on their part.
Well, at least that's good for us.
Is it? What do they want?
I don't know. We'll see.
Huh. That seems like you don't know shit, bud.
Well.
Get fucking wrecked. Okay?
Wow.
But yeah, so you see them all, sure enough, start to retreat. You make your way back to like what the fuck? Pull yourself back towards the main group as you see the aftermath of what's happened. Yeah. The sheriff puts moves his blaster down and just rubbing his face. Oh. Shaking his head and he goes, "Is everyone all right? Everyone alive?"
I wave with the arm I have just acquired. Yeah, I'm good.
Great. He sees Kazron. He's gonna run and slide over to check out what's going on with you.
Oh yeah, he got shot.
I love it.
Well, great. I mean, he checks on you and he goes, "Report. How badly you injured?"
I'm alive.
Can you walk?
Wound? Probably. I haven't really tried.
It's a deep breath. See, pats you on the chest or on the shoulder, and he goes, "All right then. Well,
yeah, not near the blaster bolt, but
no, like on the shoulder." Yeah, but he said, okay. "Oh my god!" As he just says, "Well, I got good news and bad news for you, son. There's good news. Here's good news. Our town here's got the best medic on the planet. Bad news, well, let's just say I hope you really like lollipops."
I love it. Not that.
What'd you say?
I really love not that. Okay. We'll see how this goes.
Great. He gives you directions to the medic, or to the doc's office. Tells you to go in there. Tells you the doc will be waiting inside, and he'll get you patched up. in the meantime, as he looks around at all of you and just kind of chuckles for a sec, and he goes, I need to go around and do a sweep of the town. He just made sure he used to go around and do a sweep. And he says, make sure that all the town folk are okay. None of the buildings got breached. And he tells you, he goes, have a word with them. Damn. He says, you go have a word with those damn stormtroopers out there. And he goes, someone's hide needs a good tanning over there. And he goes, he tells you when you head off to the saloon later, he goes, each of you have a drink on my tab. Damn, you earned. He goes, I didn't want you out here exactly, but you earned it. And seeing as how I don't think I'd be here if it weren't for all of you, consider it a thanks.
You're welcome.
Also,
Don't mention it. Literally, don't mention
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
I was never here.
you got a funny way of keeping quiet, mister. But he puts his hands up and he goes, hey, he goes, mom's the word. Oh, do yourself a favor though. And he looks at you. What do you call it? He looks at Char, he looks at Kazron, and he looks at Cole. And he says, you get the chance later. And he goes, there's a shop about 2 streets down and 1 over. They'll be opening back up they'll be opening back up soon. And they sell armaments here. After you're done with that drink, go get yourselves a proper damn gun.
I prefer to not.
Whatever you say.
I ain't never met a man so. He goes, I ain't never met a man so utterly divest of common sense to go walking around the outer rim without a blaster at his hip.
Yeah.
Even if you don't plan on using it, and trust us, none of us do. He shrugs and just says that.
I do.
I mean, no, he's looking at the 3 unarmed men, basically. And he's saying, none of us do, but trust me, when the time comes, you'd rather have it than not.
I look at this group of unarmed men holding an extra arm, and I'm like, definitely, I get you.
You're pretty armed. Maybe
Yeah.
you could lend us a hand. Ah!
Yeah, I mean,
Wow.
everyone, so
Hey,
that's
Peter
fine.
Carter, I'm gonna mention this. I'm gonna mention one thing to you, okay?
Mhm.
In one of the Star Wars TV shows, they have a guy who has a prosthetic arm attached to his back, specifically so that it can hold a gun and fire over his shoulder like a turret.
Nice.
And they make a point that it is not a folding turret, it is an arm that manually pulls the trigger. So I'm not sure if that's the vibe, but it exists.
It could be the vibe. I mean, Pitter is open to experimenting with all sorts of technology. We can slap an arm on somebody. Clearly, you guys don't have enough arms to begin with. Like,
Wow.
Oh, I meant you, but that's a haunting thought. But yeah, so you're told to head off to the dock and the saloon respectively. You're all just standing in the street as the sheriff walks away to basically just deal with the bucket heads and figure out what's going on in this town.
Yeah, I kind of look around. I should probably go to the infirmary, see if those men that I let loose made it.
I don't think it would be a good idea for them to stop at that infirmary.
I will tell you, they headed off. Look like they were headed off out of town.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, it
I'm
seems like
gonna
it'd be
head towards
really
the
easy to
doctor.
have to find
I was about to say, this Kazron fella here looks like he's lost some of his local color. Why don't we get him over to Doc Smiley?
I'm fine. I'm fine as I stumble to my feet. Just point me in the dirt. You know what? Maybe one of you should walk with me.
I just
On
grab you by
second
like
thought.
the pant leg and start leading the way, and then I was like, "Wait, oh, hold on a second." As I go and I try to pick up my buzzsaw and my extra arm and drag it over to my robot first, wherever I left that.
It's just sitting on the sidewalk.
Yeah,
I know I
just gonna
parked it
dump
here
those in here
somewhere.
real quick. Pull out the keys, press the fob, beep beep. Ah, there it is.
I'll walk Kazron over to Doc Smiley.
Okay.
I'll go with.
All right. Let's
Get
see.
there
Cole,
eventually.
what are you doing?
That's a good question. So we got Kanor, Pitter, and Kazron going to Doc Smiley. Shar, what are you up to? What'd you say?
I'm going with them to Doc Smiley.
Oh, okay, so then if everybody's going, I guess I'll go as well.
Fair enough. On the way, do you want to confide any of what you've learned, or are you keeping that close to the chest for now?
I will talk to Shar about it later.
Okay.
Understandably.
Mm-hmm.
On the walk to the doctor's office, I tell Mira, very excited, that I heard that the shops are going to open soon, so we can go get candy.
My God. She doesn't seem to have a lot of her usual personality at the moment for unknown reasons, but she's excited.
And clearly, she's low on sugar. We got to get her that candy.
Clearly.
Oh my
Right?
God.
I forgot that was a thing.
Great. Yeah, you head into the dock. Door opens as the shutters have been raised. Kazron, since you've never been here, basically a rolling spherical base, a large. It's kind of unwieldy. It looks almost like basically a large cylinder with a middle portion that appears to be like a rotating, basically like an opening or an aperture of some sort. Various like folding arms, but two main ones coming out of it, giving it sort of a humanoid shape, and a screen on it with a big old smiley face. As he wheels over to you and just goes, "Well, howdy there, little one. What is your name?"
I don't like him.
Ain't you just adorable? I was like, now, my sensors are detecting that we might have ourselves a little boo-boo here. What's the matter, sport, Bart? Hurt yourself playing on the playground?
Huh?
Well,
Sure.
let's get you all fixed up then. Great. He says, now then, is like take a seat on one of them beds over there, but they're up awful high, so you might want to ask your mommy and daddy if they can help give you a boost.
Hazron, from the loss of blood and the pain from the blaster bolt, is holding everything back not to crush this fucking droid's head.
Mm-hmm.
And goes and lays down on the bed.
Doc Smiley is a insert series of letters and numbers here. Or medical droid that was purchased by the doc that actually owns this place at a severe discount because he is permanently stuck on the pediatric setting.
Yeah.
Uh,
We got someone who can fix that.
I've offered.
Can and will are two different things. Pitter Patter has made it exceptionally clear that of all the things wrong with Doc Smiley, this is not one of them.
Yeah.
That too.
Now then, we're just gonna take a good look at that little boo-boo there, and I promise, even though it's gonna sting a little bit, if you and grit your teeth, and you're so big and strong and brave that I might just have a little reward for you at the end. How's that sound?
Azron's losing it. Go ahead. Do this.
Yes, and he ate the entire thing. Oh no, and I gave him a bunch of treats as well. I was taking the pictures so that I could send them to the guy.
I want treats.
Who doesn't?
But yeah, he says I might just have a little special treat for you.
I'm good. Just fix me up, Doc.
Great. As he cocks his sensor to the side, he goes, huh. He goes, my sensors are just suddenly detecting an extremely elevated level of cortisol. And he says, as he leans in very close to you and whispers, does somebody gotta go to the little buckaroo's room?
Azron's gonna kill this thing.
Please don't. This town needs a medical professional.
Azron's getting real close.
One of his arms comes out with a little pair of clippers and begins like slicing the robe from around the wound. Folds back in, another one comes out, and it's a big rubber square, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That vacuum seals over your chest where the wound is, and a hose attaches to it that begins filling it with Bacta fluid.
We're gonna be here for a minute.
Wait.
Wait, what? Did somebody say something? What's going on?
What's up?
I don't know. You said,
No, I didn't.
We're gonna be here for a while, and somebody else said something.
Yeah.
I just said sweet.
Oh, great. Yeah, he's letting the Bacta fluid set, and like you can feel syringes on the inside kind of like chipping away at like burnt flesh and exposing the infected areas to antiseptic. He's working with remarkable efficiency. It's just that also looking at you, you see a little digital smiley face with like basically this like approximation of like I'm imagining clown makeup. He asks if you're now. He does say if you're getting sleepy, you could feel free to just doze off, little one. Or if you're still a little scared, then he goes, I can swaddle you up and rock you to bed and sing you a little story as sparks fire out of the side of his head.
Yeah, don't do that second one. Just let me be, boss. Let me be.
But yeah, he's just laying there getting medical attention right now. If y'all wanna disperse at the moment.
So I climb up the side of the bed, like near his head, and I kind of whisper to him, stage whisper, "Hey, if you don't want your lollipop at the end, can I have it?"
Azron turns around like, yes, you can.
Cool, thanks. And I just give him like a little pat on the head, and then I climb back down the side.
Hey, if you don't want your lollipop, can I have it? It's just like this is a form of hell that was crafted specifically for me.
Yes. That's exactly how Azron's feeling right now.
I'm letting you know there were 2 NPCs that were created specifically for you. One that you would love and one that you would hate. Meet the other one.
So far, this is Pitter's favorite. This is like the best Pitter in a while. I got some free stuff.
I don't know if I don't know if Cole had ever met Doc Smiley yet. I don't remember.
No, you did not. You're just witnessing all this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm amused by it. I think. I don't think the guy would be too disturbed by it.
You don't take the. I mean, listen, he's not like threatening or creepy. It's just that his programming is when he is treating an organic life form to treat that life form as a scared child.
Yeah, no, I think I'm just snickering in the corner, like watching.
I mean, listen, your guy doesn't seem like someone who takes themselves or the universe too seriously.
No.
What's it?
The floor is wet. Be careful with the wet.
All right, thank you. And Mom,
I think Doc Smiley's the greatest thing I've ever seen. I love him.
I'm doing it right.
We
What's
die for Doc Smiley.
Lost everybody for a minute.
Ride or die for Doc Smiley in the chat.
Hell yeah.
No, he's just like I
Where
said.
Doc Smiley stands.
He is programmed to treat every single life form exactly the same, but that sameness is like a scared little kid.
Yeah.
He was purchased on clearance, okay?
I got you. It's just Kazron's just not. I
Oh,
think if Kazron had met Doc Smiley doing this with someone else, he'd be a lot less perturbed. But because I'm bleeding and I have a hole in my chest,
it's like, now where else is there? I feel like it's the joke of just like that. Now, is there anywhere else that you're not feeling quite right? Only my dignity.
yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Go downward.
It's my pride, Doc Smiley. Only my pride.
It stinks.
Yeah.
Like I said, if you guys want to, we can time skip a little bit to be done with this, unless you guys have anything you want to do looking around the Doc's office. It's basically a sterile, white, like tiled room. Pretty much exactly what you expect. There's a few standing back to tanks in the corner for people who have injuries severe enough that they need prolonged exposure to the stuff. But most of it is performed on the beds by the Doc.
Okay.
I'm okay with time skipping through this.
Okay.
I have a question for Shar and Cole while we wait. And I guess Kanor too. Are any of you interested in having an extra arm?
I have the amount of arms that I need.
Are you sure? Because it doesn't seem like enough. 2 seems very limiting.
I've gotten rather used to having only 2.
There's no shame in living within one's limits.
Ooh, bars.
Okay. I didn't say there was necessarily shame in it, but like, what if you just stick with me here? What if you lived beyond your limit? Just an idea. Think about it.
Really said, what if you just get good?
This one's to go even further beyond. It gets the third arm and also big spiky hair. Glow gold. Yelling a lot. Take 3 episodes to do 1 attack. Yeah. That being said, who do we pay for this?
Great. When you're all done with the appointment, the Doc pulls the little vacuum thing off your chest. Sure enough, you are good as new. The mild consequence of you.
How about my arm?
I guess you can treat that as well. You can spray with some Bacta spray and shake that off.
Nice.
I think that would have just naturally kind of healed up. It wasn't super healed.
Oh, then I wouldn't have had him fix that. I would just had the gaping chest wound. Yeah. I would have let the other one heal naturally.
You are going to need to make a resources roll to pay Doc Smiley.
Oh no. And watch, this is where I roll really high.
This is where suddenly you manifest $1 billion. For this, I'm going to need you to roll a 3 or above.
Nope.
Yeah, you swipe your credit card, I guess, is how you move credits through the galaxy.
Haha, funny.
Revolutionary. A credit card.
I was literally just like, I guess that would be what it's called. Yeah.
Yep. Happy accident.
You don't really have the scratch on you right now. Do you still have, or have you spent it already, your free invoke of the resources that you got from that scrapper that you saved a few days ago. Do you remember I said that?
Yeah, I don't think I did. I don't remember.
So I remember it was basically a +2 to resources. That basically is like, hey, I helped him out. I scrapped the stuff for the money and never spent it.
Yeah,
I have that stuff still.
I know that I have because I don't remember spending it.
You didn't really use the resources until now.
No, I have not.
Great. So do you want to use that now, or do you want to fail and go into debt with Doc Smiley?
I don't want to crush Doc Smiley's skull, but let's pay my bill. I don't want to owe anybody anything at the moment, if at all possible. We'll go into debt later. As my rolls continue to suck.
Great. So I mean, no, it's just you use your invoke of it. It's a +2, so you tie, and congratulations, you succeed. You have paid off your medical debt to the doc.
Nice.
You hear like a computer kind of ting in the other room. Doc Smiley kind of tells you like, looks like the doc is going. Looks like the doc has gone on and accepted your payment. So with that, looks like you're free to go. As he does address the doc in the third person.
Hey, the little one wanted the lollipop, so give me the lollipop.
Oh, well.
That's sweet.
Seeing as it's you, just like, I want to be very clear. That one wants the line. I don't want it.
Exactly.
On behalf of another person. I want to be very abundantly clear.
Yes.
I will accept it, but I do not want it.
Yes. Yes, I'll be very clear about this. Like, I don't want the lollipop, but here.
The chamber in the middle of his body opens up. The chamber in the middle of his body opens. As you see, there is basically a fabricating setup inside. As you see liquid being basically pumped into a mold that is vacuum sealed in. And as out comes a little. What's that?
It's a replicator.
It's kind of a replicator, yeah.
I've been watching too much Star Trek Lower Decks.
Basically, it is a lollipop, but it is just sort of a colorless, vaguely yellow, like not even vaguely yellow, but like that clear, milky kind of yellowish. Ben, if you say it, I'm putting you in horny jail color.
Ben's in the fridge getting sauce for his food.
Thank God. But yes, so that's what comes out.
All right, I grab it. I walk over to Pit Patter and I'm like, "You wanted this?"
Yes. I reach up with
There you
grabby
go.
hand. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Also, thanks for your help earlier.
You're welcome. I just felt like that was really rude and messed up, picking you up like that. Like, they should have at least fought you like a
I think
normal person. Instead of treating you like a little child.
Personally, I think they were more so treating me like a stuffed animal in the hands of a child, but I see your meaning.
They were treating it like They were treating it like a stuffed animal in the hands of an angry French bulldog.
That too.
Now, while we're still at the doctor,
Yes.
like, I don't want to metagame this.
Okay.
I think it would be interesting to meet him, but I don't think it needs to be now.
If you would just for now like to, I mean, I would say there's not he's not coming out.
Oh, obviously not.
But if you would like to inquire as to like, Doc Smiley has mentioned the doc accepted your payment in the third person.
Yeah,
I think you were probably under the impression that Doc Smiley was the doctor.
Yeah, is there another doctor?
Oh, of course. He goes, I'm just a little old medical droid myself, young man. And he says, there isn't. He goes, the doc is the one who actually owns this medical practice. He set up shop here, paid for the whole thing, even bought little old me at that Imperial parts auction. And he says, he's the one that, yes, but he don't see patients no more. More just stays behind the scenes. Keeps an administrative look at things, you know? Make sure the books get balanced.
The man behind the curtain.
I can respect the need for anonymity.
Yeah, he just says he doesn't see patients anymore. He maybe used to, but now he lets Doc Smiley do all the heavy lifting in that regard. Not none of mine, of course.
I'm going to, because Char's first impression on hearing there's a guy who set up a small medical practice on a fucking middle of nowhere planet and hides behind the scenes. I'm thinking this could be another like Jedi on the run. Because that's what we do is we hide but help people.
Yeah.
So I'd like to reach out with the Force to feel any Force sensitive people in the area.
Okay, roll me Force sense.
Force sense? What do I gotta get?
Roll me Force sense. Get me like the most basic level of Force awareness is just knowing if there's someone else connected to the Force around you. So, get me a 2.
Oh, there you go.
Hell yeah. Question for Kazron. Are you someone that is taking steps to actively take yourself from other Force wielders? Like, have you shielded your mind in such a way that if someone in the area is reaching out with the Force, they hit a wall?
I think that's my goal, but I don't know how well I'm holding up on that, especially with getting.
If you want, roll will at the moment and just beat whatever he rolls. So beat a 4. And that will render you invisible to the Force. Will.
Where's Will? Where's Will? Oh, I have to scroll down.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Fuck, how do I resolve that?
I think he
You know
would just
what?
succeed.
No, that is technically supposed to be it's like Daniel gets a boost on this. I will just say, because it's a roleplay thing, I will leave it up to the two of you to decide whether or not Char is able to detect that he is in the presence of multiple Force wielders. Or I think in the presence of you specifically as a Force wielder.
I have made no
Yes, that is correct.
Thing to hide mine, so you sense me immediately.
No. I'm talking specifically.
Yeah, just the Kazron. I was just throwing in there.
I don't think we know about Pitter yet either.
Yeah, I was going to say something about that. Because, like, even Pitter doesn't know about Pitter. So.
That is a good point.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm giving Kazron the option to purposely shield himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think right now my guard is definitely up. Despite the fact that, especially after the events of the last few days, failing to stop that blaster bolt, destroying half the side of a building.
So here's what I'll say. I'll say that Daniel is aware there's another Force wielder in the area. He doesn't know who it is.
Right.
He can't pinpoint. He just feels that someone's connected to the Force. So you feel, as you close your eyes and kind of reach out, you feel Cole and his strange energy, almost a Jedi energy next to you. You feel, weirdly enough, I think you sense a little spark of something. The force is present, but whoever is using it has not tapped into it yet. They probably don't even realize what they're doing. It's a thing that you mostly would feel if you were ever sent to like find youngling recruits. It's that level of like force unawareness. You obviously sense Mira, who is distant in the force, has not leaned into it in some time, but is still connected to it on the level that she always was. And then there is some other force impulse in the area that you can't quite identify, but there is another powerful force wielder very close to you.
Maybe it is. I would like to go meet him.
I met him. He was kind of rude, but also kind of nice. It was weird.
Oh, well, I'm sorry about that, little one. As Doc Smiley reaches out and pats you on the head, and he says, the doc is very, very strict about not wanting to see folks. He's told me himself. He said, Doc Smiley, don't you dare ever let anyone in my office. And
You wouldn't even let me fix Doc Smiley.
Spark fires out of the side of Doc Smiley.
Look at him.
I truly believe Pitter Patter is very sad about not being able to fix Doc Smiley.
I've never gotten to repair a medical droid before.
Pitter, meanwhile, entirely in their head, is basically making a heist plan on how to break in and fix the robot in the dead of the night. Including rappelling from the ceiling and going through air ducts and stuff.
My God.
I just hear the Mission Impossible theme in my head.
Exactly.
Yes.
I'm just picturing Pitter Patter doing the Tom Cruise run as like a starship is taking off. So it's the plane scene from Mission Impossible, but it's just Pitter Patter's tiny legs. But yeah, as I said, what do you call it? But yeah, so that's what you that's what you've learned is that the doc doesn't take visitors, nor does he ever want to see visitors. He just lets Doc Smiley run the whole clinic.
Yeah, that plus me not being 100% sure where like the force activity is coming from. Shar is now 1,000% convinced that the Doctor is actually a Jedi in hiding.
Love that. Love that for you.
Yeah, so do I.
I also will say, yeah, if Pitter Patter if Pitter Patter doesn't really know what she's doing and has no reason to hide it, I think it's as you're like scanning out with the Force, especially with a 4, you're just kind of looking. It's a lot of potential, but completely untrained. As you see, probably the last person you expected, aside from maybe Kador, you feel a connection through the Force with Pitter Patter.
As Pitter sits on the floor, occasionally giving their 2 cents while pulling a bola out of a buzzsaw and eating a lollipop with one of their other hands.
With pulling a bola out of a buzzsaw, eating a lollipop, and then also like, seriously, I get it. You guys are attached to the whole humanoid thing. Take it from me, more arms is where it's at.
It's great. Look at all the things I can do at one time.
This person is a newly awakened force wielder. They might have only had their connection to the force. They definitely got it by accident. And it's just maybe only for a few months or years.
Well, keep that noted. Once we all go our separate ways, make sure to convene with Pitter Patter. New Padawan unlocked. But yeah, so I'm gonna go over to the door where the doctor is hiding behind.
Peter perks up at this.
You what?
Peter perks up at this. Their attempt was not received well, so like they're curious to see what happens if you try.
I have an inkling that this doctor might be okay with seeing me.
Why? I was offering to fix his robot for free, and he didn't want to see me.
How should I put this? I have an inkling that they may be someone I knew years ago.
Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense then. Typically, people who knew each other like to see each other again, unless you didn't like each other, then that's different.
That remains to be
Yeah.
seen.
You walk to the door. It is locked. There's a big old like a lock on the front. Basically with a sign that says something to the effect of, if you need medical attention or financial aid, please see Doc Smiley or the near computer terminal to discuss terms for both.
I don't want to be wrong about this. I should reach out more directly. So I basically know everybody here except for Kanor and Kazron. Like, I know what their force alignment is, basically.
Ooh. Oh well. Yeah,
I'm
I guess by default, I mean, Cole and Pitter Patter don't even have a force alignment, so by process of elimination, it's you and Mirror are the only ones that have a declared alignment.
all right. I'm gonna speak plainly here, seeing as we were in a private area.
Doc Smiley is like 5 feet away from you and is looking at us. Oh, don't let me interrupt.
What's that?
Now that we've been in at least 2 to 3 separate life-threatening situations together, and you've had my back the whole time, I feel I can trust each one of you.
Oh, that's nice.
So you're gonna have to get really cool with something real quick.
People are gonna have to get real cool with a lot of stuff real quick.
And I like sit in front of the door and just go into like a full like meditating stance.
Okay.
And like fully just like reach out my hand with like very, because before I was doing it like slyly, like just doing normal everyday stuff and like whatever hand motions I gotta do to focus the force, but like in a sleight of hand kind of way. This is just fully overtly, I'm very clearly opening my mind to whoever's behind this door.
Okay, so you want to directly like push through to, I am targeting the person behind the door.
Yeah. I want to basically force project myself to like letting them know.
You just use the force to open the door.
No, because it like, I don't know how to put this.
Force.
I'm convinced that there's a Jedi.
Okay, so
in that
do you
room.
do you want to astral project yourself into that room, or are you just trying to put a vibe out that you
Well, if
saw
you
them
use
from
the
across
force
the
to
cliff?
open the door, he'll know that you're one with the force.
That's true. I could be doing that.
Yeah.
A more complicated way of doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll do that then.
Okay, so force alter.
And if he's not, I don't know what Cole would refer to somebody who is force sensitive would be, because he wouldn't just say Jedi, because Jedi is a specific thing to him. It's not
Yeah.
just Force user. But he wouldn't say Force user. That's so clinical.
Yeah. Also, what would I need for Force Alter before I roll these dice?
That's gonna be
To open a
Let's see.
door?
well to push open a padlock door, basically. Like you're
Yeah.
trying to either break or unlock the lock and just push through it.
Yeah, definitely more. Like, I don't want to break his stuff. I'm being more careful about it. So
Okay.
I'd be manually, like, if you could reach inside of a door and
Yeah,
like,
I
push
get what you're
the
saying.
bolt in.
You're lockpicking it.
Yeah.
Ah. I kind of want to make this a 3 again.
All right. Well, I got a 4.
There you go.
Damn. Great. Kazaron, I will say, you're looking at this. Yeah, there's no mistaking. You know what time it is.
It's time to dip out the back door as quickly as possible away from this group of people. As inconspicuously as possible. But probably gonna have to deal with them more, so probably should just stick it. Like, Kazaron's mind is moving at like 1,000, like, fucking Millennium Falcon don't got
This is-
shit on Kazaron's mind right now.
This is
Like,
Man,
yeah, this
yeah,
is not
that's a
what
little
you
bit-
wanted to. This is not really what you wanted to learn. This whole day has just been like the worst day you've had in a while.
it was even better than that one time. Well, we're not going to get into that story.
Yeah,
You
so
know, better than the day the Emperor tried to kill, like.
very,
Yeah,
very
anyway.
conspicuously use the Force to open this door.
You said very conspicuously. Great.
Yeah, like there's
the
no
door-
mistaking what I'm doing.
Right, the door opens. Or not opens, but like the lock on the front clicks open.
See, Pitter, it doesn't matter how many arms you have. I don't need arms to move things.
Wait. No, wait. How'd you do that? As Peter looks between you and the lock and, like, back and forth again.
I sense it in you, young one. I could teach you.
You
in time.
feel.
Hello?
You feel as you're looking. Can enter that rhythm of being tapped into a machine you're working on.
Interesting.
But yeah, as he's offering to train you, as the door, like I said, clicks, it is now able to be opened, but it is not open.
So now,
I'm gonna roll a notice real quick. I want to see if he's realized what's happened.
Mhm.
So now what?
if my I was waiting for you to be done rolling. So now, if my inklings were correct, let's go meet my old friend. So I open the door.
Great. The door opens. Man. Yeah, I guess. Great. You see a monitor or a series of monitors where whoever's in there is overlooking everything. And you see the back of a chair, right? With a man sitting in it. And he kind of turns as he's still silhouetted by the screen, so he's like a black silhouette. You sense through the force something familiar here. And just what the? And just, I thought I fixed that damn lock. And he's like, listen, kid, I told you I don't want any visitors in the... And he flips on the light as he turns around to look at you, and a wave of emotion crashes into you.
I was going to say, just from hearing the voice, unconsciously, my lightsaber's out.
Just
And on?
And on.
Yeah, just... Kazaron, like I said, deep primal reflexes in your brain as you see... Is it blue or green?
Green.
Just the thrumming of a plasma blade spring into action in front of you. This is the weapon of a Jedi.
Like,
Pitter currently has eyes only for the glowing green blade thingy in front of them now, and wants to get their hands on that.
I want that. I took that.
Char is sweating and is shaking, and
Kazaron kind of backs away from the whole scene. It's like, okay.
Great.
Doesn't really back all the way out, but kind of like, all right, I'm gonna step over here to the left and see how this plays out.
I thought I sensed a familiar presence. I didn't. I mean, I wasn't wrong, but...
Great. He looks down at that lightsaber, looks up at you, and he goes, so... And great. And he goes... He's moving very carefully. He kind of puts his hands up to show that he's unarmed.
Oh, Jedi unarmed.
So, he goes... So... He says, if you're here to kill me, I'd like to ask as a professional courtesy that you make it quick.
I kind of like snap back to myself a little bit in hearing, like, seeing him like not putting up a fight, and just put my lightsaber away and just... Sorry, the last time I saw your face, it was...
Yeah, I know. I've got one of those faces.
I didn't mean to intrude. I thought you'd be someone else. Anybody else.
Yeah, me too. And he goes, the hell are you... He goes, what the hell are you doing out here? And he goes, and with that, I'm whipping that thing out in the middle of my clinic. He kind of looks like, pushes past you to like look into the thing. He goes, and he goes, how many of you are there? Does anyone know you're... Does the Empire... As he grabs you by like the front of the robe and just kind of like shakes you a bit of like, does the Empire know you're here?
No, I was here avoiding them. I didn't even know they were on the system yet.
Rubbing his face as he collapsed into his chair. He says, how many of you are there? Do you have a Padawan with you?
Pitter is peeking it around the edge of the door.
Great. He looks and he goes, you're fucking kidding me.
Not my Padawan.
Look. And he goes, if you're afraid of me going... Kind of waves his hand next to his head and he goes, you've got another thing coming. And he goes, I'm done with all that. He goes, Donnie, and he goes, it was a dark time for all of us. But the point is, he goes, I think it's best for both of us if you leave this planet. There's only room for one of us on here, and, well, I've already sort of set up shop. Yes, plus, you'll be a bit more focused on hiding than me.
Yeah. When I came to this planet, I was just hiding from the Empire, but it seems the people of this planet need more help than I thought. I appreciate your concern for me, and trust me, I have my concerns for you. I'll have to stay. These people need something, someone. And I think it might happen to me.
Fucking Jedi. As he rubs his face, he goes, look. And he goes, I can't make you do anything. I can't make you do anything, but just... And he's looking at you with, like, as much emotion as I'm sure you're looking back. Like, there's so much, like, just tied up in this. And he goes, for whatever it's worth. He shrugs and just says, sorry for... No. You know.
I know it wasn't any of your fault. I could sense it in them. They were my brothers too.
Brothers. What a crock of shit. As he thinks, for some reason, at the term, like, they're my brothers, just finds that really funny. And it says, like I said, you might want to get out of here. But he does, like, to break the awkwardness, kind of, like, extend a hand to you and just introduce himself as Doc.
Sure.
Peter.
Peter! Great, but he just says, for me, and he says that he's all that bullshit about protecting the innocent, and he says, leave that buried with the rest of your friends. He goes, this galaxy doesn't have innocence anymore. And he goes, and especially not out here. Just keep your head down, do your best to make your way in the galaxy. He says, just keep your head down, do your best to make your way in the galaxy, and try to help the people you can at the end of your fingertips. Any more than that, you're just setting yourself up for disappointment.
As I've learned. But you know how it is. I can't ignore this.
Great. As he nods, and he goes to say something else, and the lights flicker above you. You hear 3 loud blaster shots from outside. Doc Smiley, who is plugged into the wall at the moment, recharging, lurches from side to side. His entire screen on the front goes black, and sparks fire out of his neck as he goes completely limp. And all the lights in the building go...
Shit. Immediately putting my lightsaber away for this fight.
Great. He looks completely like, what the fuck is happening? You run outside. You run outside. It's getting late in the day. It's actually probably dark. It's approaching evening. People are running out of their homes to, like, investigate what's going on. And you see the sheriff, who you just worked with, maybe now a few hours ago. Blaster still in his hand, laying dead in the street.
Fuck.
That'd be real sad for Pitter, I'm sure, if they weren't already busy trying to check on Doc Smiley.
Mm-hmm. And that's where we're going to leave it for this week.
All right.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Hey, so my consequences go away now?
Yes, both your consequences get wiped away. And minor consequences, like I said, got wiped away within, like, an hour or two. The moderate would have stuck around for a couple days. Yeah, the moderate would have stuck around for maybe a couple days, maybe less, depending on what it is. But because you were healed with Doc Smiley, it's gone, like straight up.
No worries. Do I
Is-
uncheck the physical box as well?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Those refresh at the end of a fight.
Oh, okay.
Those are your, like I said, your ability to slough off or dodge damage. So they refresh pretty much immediately.
Okay.
But yeah, some old enemies and old allies revealed. For some of you, they're the same person.
Yeah.
You are now in the presence, of one, maybe potentially more, because who the fuck knows? Jedi Knights. He doesn't appear to know, based on what you just watched. They don't appear to know about you, Kazron.
No.
Kanor, you just watched that shit happen.
Yeah.
I guess depending on what your personal feelings on the Jedi are, walk us through what's going on. I'm very curious. What's going through Kanor's head right now?
What a bunch of horse shit.
Very Han Solo.
Mm-hmm. I choose to believe there is a very much a vocal minority, but it's out there of people who just straight up, like Han Solo, just don't believe in the Force. Just that shit.
I have hauled everything imaginable.
Mm-hmm.
Every imaginable place that you can haul it. And I can't say that I've ever seen concrete proof of this force.
I mean, you did just see him like unlock a door from a distance, but you're just like, yeah, I can unlock a door from a distance too with a gun.
Yep.
Although he didn't use a gun, so I don't know how you explain it.
I also have a key fob for my spaceship that unlocked the door.
Yeah. Choop choop.
Exactly. But yeah, like I said, you guys just learning some new information. Massive power surge in the building, and as I said, by the time you make
Dead
it outside, Sheriff laying dead in the middle of the street, blaster still in his hand. You heard 3 loud gunshots coming from outside, and dead as the day is long.
Yeah.
So he's only 24 dead.
He's 24 dead on a scale of possible 5.
All right, stream. That's where we're gonna end the show. Tune in 2 weeks.